Define your genetic structure. Encode your DNA. Define your genetic structure. Choose a genetic resilience. Choose your fur style. Pick your main color. Choose your detail color. Pick a class. Commando. Psy-Freak. Saboteur. Sentinel. Saboteur. Psy-Freak. Commando. Deadeye. Psy-Freak. Saboteur. Saboteur chosen. That'll work. Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun. We're already at a crossroads, choosing up, but for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice, a reflection of your key, the primal energy that flows through everything.
Let me introduce myself. I'm the light and bright side of you, or you're in...
Seems more like you're being light-headed if you are.
But...
In your...
Right is always right. Stories of death and the bodies left behind, a reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others. Do you remember the beast that shattered your family, or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger. Better make a run for it. This is not the time nor place to end this story. This time it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes. can't give up now. The predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the tree of life started to die. Pow! Loot! Clamber right up. The oil sludge is everywhere. To most, it only means death. But some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways. Time to see what's above. The oil sludge is everywhere. For most, it only means death. But some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways. Oh, wouch! Good hit. Bang, bang. You move like the wind. Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight. That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy. Whoa! It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it. The morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress, blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you. Flash the slash. Super effective. Every little bit helps. Nothing like a little exercise. Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind. Locked, but good. Locked up tight. Just a few moves left. Make them count. There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right. But no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The sound of... It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. Just a few moves left. Make them count. There you go. The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. Chop, chop! Wow! You've got nothing left. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives. Handy. He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why. He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up. He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then, the night everything changed. There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and he's happy to see it's true. The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old and sad. The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark, a facial scar to remember the past. It's a scar you're covering. There's... It was after the attack that the unity fell apart. Your Muma's... After the old village was... Had it... Asks if you were tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Muma knows you are here. The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this. You've found You'll need it. You handle. He's great. Now that he says you'd better hurry. He lost you there for a while, but he's records tell of the ruinous devastation that Toxanol caused. His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Nocco has tamed the Midget and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. Out of date. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters. You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb. Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters. A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see. Must be the World Eater that chewed off Out-of-Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. The World Eaters have made their marks on our world over time. That's not the first nor the last village it'll leave in its wake. Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive. He's heard the story. Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your act. He's...
That's a spark of light in you!
What's there to like?
Not as much as it hurts.
Always make...
And you're always...
There's Out-of-Date again. He must have missed something important. Out-of-Date says you will make a better stand. The myriad. Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way. Out-of-Date says someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the balance of power to either Jagni. He believes another fork in the... It's a bridge. Just get over it. Right in the face. The deep cut. Close encounter. Sharp steel. Crack-a-doodle. You feel tougher. They've destroyed this area, muddied up what used to be muck, as if it wasn't bad enough before the Tri-War began. And slash. That's the Jagni tribe's fault. Their friendship can be a blessing or a curse. It's up to you. You're either a part of their solution to the tribe war or part of the problem. Let's see. Let's see.
Je ne veux à la toda.
Says they're wary of strangers.
Toda.
Doesn't know if the...
Zata is the moi totloho. Kariesne stace. Paro, ya put
The Jagni tribe wants to become omnipresent. He welcomes you. The news of a cold-blooded Ronin crossing the Great Wall. There's... Sometimes one memory can make another come to life. The seafood says there is some darkness in the best of us, even you, and suggests you embrace that side of you and help them vanquish the tribes and let the World Eaters destroy the Tree of Life. He had a feeling. He'll give you a chance to change your mind before you leave and asks you to reconsider. Otherwise, you'll be seen as a rival. And with that, he urges you to seek protection at Myriad Stone Fort before word gets out that you've chosen. It was built on... That's the Myriad Tribe's fortress. Will they be friends or foe? You should head up there. That way you'll know. Let's see. It's a beaten path to that door. If you go there, you'd better make an entrance. Says they're wary of strangers. Says the sea...
Sibi? Lapfanen aginkan man.
He welcomes you to the mirror.
Lapfanen aginkan man.
But he was hoping you'd show up.
Vale, voilà, papa.
He heard.
Tu guy la wood there.
He's convinced.
Tu guy la wood there.
There's some...
Gala wonday.
The Sifu says sometimes one...
Tankant.
The Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance in their favor, and with you by their side, he's confident you can unite the other tribes. The one you should...
Gala wonday. But where yonke? Can boof?
Their kin have run out of options and found themselves backed into...
Get a work.
They might bring them war. He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen. You both have...
Get a work.
Tells you not...
Gala matsab mofete.
Once you've dealt with the rivals out...
Gala the phone.
They part...
Gala the phone. Gala the woof and mat the woo plats.
Anyway, the memories you make with your...
Plats.
He can't...
N'oublie Tutu.
Thinks you should find a good place to hole up until...
N'oublie Tutu.
Says you should...
Adrulne o matrayo. Repanak dai never schönte ba.
Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially. Deformed and unfurred. Bullseye! healthier than ever. Time is lost on this place, but it evokes a... Let's see. As time passes, memories fade, and sometimes feelings change. It's not about who you were, it's about who you'll become. This story is far from over. Echoes of a long-lost past like whispers in the wind. Here's someone who takes each day as... He asks how you are today. Goop says he always does. He wonders where you've been. He hopes you've been out at the lake, practicing your swimming technique. Learning to swim can be scary when you don't know what... He thinks you should really know how to swim by now. And he'll be... He says, that wasn't too bad, was it? Way to go. Don't let the sound of the waves drown out your spirit. But you need practice. Lots of practice. Great. You just need more time in the surf. You... Judging by your Mooma's look, it seems you forgot something. You promised you'd train with her before the sun goes down. It's time to go.
Andro?
You should know. Practice makes perfect. As long as it doesn't kill you, she'll see you at the village square. She says that's good. Here's another familiar face with lots on his mind. Asks how you're feeling today. Being nice can't... He was hoping you could help him. You should... He wonders what you... He can work wonders with almost anything, and he says he'd love... You did well, but he can't help but wonder why you decided. He believes... He understands, but hopes you won't be needing it anytime soon. It looks like she's starting to lose her patience. You know she doesn't like waiting for you. She wants to see you on the village square, right? Then you've got to... She wants you to grow up and start thinking for yourself. You really need to find yourself before she's gone. You've always followed your own path, but this... She worried... They look determined. Better watch out. He asks you to stop right there and wonders... That makes him want... He wants to know who you think you are. You'll have to face... She asks if you're hurt. What happened? If confident... The most important... It's time to focus on your training now. You won't need it. Here's someone close to heart, doing what he does best. Seeing you always puts a smile on your Popsy's face. He wants to know how you're feeling. He heard you helped. He asks if you could help him too before you leave for training. He wishes that... He said... He's curious to see what you found.
Badayan analov, yama fore dome da hunga.
He can work wonders with pretty much...
Yama fore dome circa fulafin. Jamaguda Horedatunka.
The style might be too edgy for his taste, but it looks sharp on you. You should take it with you, wear it to practice. He thinks you...
Baran udinamamba.
Minalagi mamuru.
Your Muma says it's about time you got here.
Tate ko baba sakting.
Once...
Tate ko baba sakting. Kanamunta.
But there's enough time left for repetition, and you need it. Training dummies don't hit back.
Kala.
That's a good attitude.
Inadabsunka.
Your Muma says you did well today. She's so proud of you.
Bendnampusa.
Thanks you for being such...
Bendnampusa.
Been working on...
Asadurutu.
You should go see him and find out what it is. You've deserved it.
Anoraka babum.
Says he's always... Catchy.
Tate ko baba sakting.
Your Muma says she's never seen an apparatus as green as this little thing.
Ansonbara. Kamonu.
A piece of...
Urasa durut.
It's called an automaton, and it's hardwired to your DNA. It'll follow...
Brumblene marsamau. Kalino.
Your Muma says you look tired. No wonder.
Urasa durut.
She said, rest, and you'll find strength for tomorrow. Nothing could stop Luca Lupin from setting the world on fire.
Ancora. Kensi. Kamonu.
Your Muma urges you to blaze a trail. A burnt kidling will learn to dread fire. That's just adding fuel to the flames. Give it a last burst and you'll make it. Your Muma says this is it. The time has come. She must fight. You want... What? She tells you to stay back. This is her... She loves how brave you are. Here it comes. The past coming to haunt the present. You must go through fire and water to make it out of here. Your Muma says you can make it if you believe in it. Where she goes, you go. Blood is thicker than water. You're in deep surf. Don't make waves. The surf goes where it wants to go. It'll take you to the shore as long as you go with the flow. Death is not to be feared by one who has lived life with a pure heart. A part of her will live on in you. The creature is hungry for more. Nothing is going to stand in its way now. If a sacrifice is made for someone else, it's not lost, but passed on to the next. Life must go on. Real sacrifice comes from love and necessity when all other options are exhausted. The ultimate test of conscience is the willingness to give up anything to save what you truly care about. What you do for yourself dies with you. What you do for your kin remains and makes you immortal in their memory. As the moment fades and is lost, the only thing that remains is loneliness. It doesn't mean you'll forget your past. It simply means you need to move on. Let's see what you can make. The tribe's caught a fluffy hulk. Better watch out, it's no pet. They couldn't keep it down. Fluff hulk's on the loose. You're empty of ki. Right between the eyes. You're low on health. They couldn't keep it down. Fluff hulk's on the loose.
trick one same.
You gave them no choice but to take it down, even though they'd planned to take the Fluff Hulk out to the Farfnacky Leaves and let it go. They've received news a Ronin had strengthened their ranks and were looking forward to meeting you. A group of myriad crusaders already headed out to Jagni's Mercadorpus outpost and are waiting for you there. You should hurry there and help them best the outpost. Not really. It's west of Bricktown. You can spot Gizmo's chug yard from the hill it resides on. Look, an emergency box from the old Toxanol was something called a corporate juggernaut, and our world still bears the marks of the massive ecological catastrophes they inflicted upon the land. The apocalypse they caused was the end of days for their world. But for us, it was simply a beginning. Wow, bet that nut makes a tight fist. Nice pants. You have all the bits you need. Tunnels like this still carry echoes from the past. Can you hear it? Youch! Now that's a flesh wound. Carving it up. There's a change in the air. Feels like daybreak. Slash and dash. Any plans for what to make? Put it together. Great capper. About time you found some clothes. That notice board? filled with the leftovers of used-to-be wants. You're getting close to one of those. The Toxanol Corporation made this. Toxanol? There must... Think of all the things you can cut with this. Down here, you can feel protected and trapped at the same time. That's interesting. A flush seems like the tighteners on the piping need to be unturned correctly to drain the flush stool. Just a few moves left. Make them count. That's the kind of trouble you really want to wash away. Now you're styling. Time to make something useful. Two fists of slice-up. Good for protecting your privates. This corner of the world is called Bricktown. You found the whereabouts, the deepest, darkest forest in the land. Sometimes hard to see for all the trees. A new day's here. Might not be so many left. 50% done. Swoon. Feels good on you? Dust it off and start cutting. Getting swole. That's a resource totem, a monument left behind by those that picked scrap, trying to keep the area clean. Ah, that wood scrap seems like it would be perfect for your plans. Wood scrap, the one kind of scrap you could actually still find growing. A tool for the accomplished cutter. A double-edged sword. That's a Jagni tribe outpost. Hey, nice shot. feel that sunshine.
Aurugo uavo
Asks
Iglesia Chauso.
Ooh, a biohazard like that can make you real sick. It's going to take... You need more scrap to make that work. Mercadorpus outpost, a Jagni tribe stronghold. Let's see. Says it's time to set the outpost free. Inflict as little damage as possible as you... Here's the first line of defense. That's a bomb lobber. bottle wrecked it. That twirly wheel works that drain pipe. Spin the twirly wheel and open that drain. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Everything's clocking together. Stick in the key. Keep going. That cage is holding a helper. They never lost hope you'd come, but weren't sure if they'd last long enough to see it. Wants revenge on those who... A sharpshooter. The scaffolding looks unstable. Better stay clear of the red ray. Here's the second line of defense. Bet a big bump will bring it down. Switched off the light. A barrel shoot. Smack it to get a barrel out of it. Then hit it toward the gate and blast it. It's complicated. Give it another try. That looks splody. Shoot it and watch it blow. Not too close, though. Kaboom! You're in. Almost there. The outpost belongs to your tribe now. He says you made them weaker, but they won't give up. Your Sifu thanks you. Your tribe is growing stronger.
Tankan.
Says you did a great job capturing the outpost. You
Palam wen denke.
figures the honor belongs to the tribe, too. Out of Date says he's doing his best to keep up, but from what he can tell, it seems you're making progress with the tribe conflict. He had a feeling you'd get along with the Myriad tribe, but it remains to be seen what the future holds for your alliance. You seem to share the same values as the Myriad tribe. You both have the same optimistic outlook on life. At least, for now. But Out of Date emphasizes that solving the tribe conflict won't matter unless you help make a stand against the World Eaters. That doesn't sound good. Out of Date's forebodings are justified. The Jumbo Puff needs to be taken care of. He says the time has... Gizmo is working on making his Mekton strong enough to endure the oxygen-deprived dead zone all the way out to the World Eater. You should get over there and see what you can do to help. Better hold on to that. Fits you well. Just soak it all up. Let's see. That's a gnote. Easy prey for Loopa-Loopin. For everyone else, they're a perfect mount and easily tamed if they are kept fed. It's the chug yard. It's a ride, not a friend, right? not opening for you. The board mainly has posts from those that used to work at the chug yard back in the days gone. They don't make much sense these days. Not much more to say about the board. The Toxanol Corporation used to run Chugga-Chug. The rails... You're on the right... Tribes always scavenging for scrap, and the yard has plenty to go around. But they should have stuck to looting instead of playing around with sprockets. The hours fly by in the dark. Bomper Bonkers busy ram-banging the door. This is your chance. Let's see. Yes, you can do anything. The sky's the limit. Now, let's take this back to Earth. Wow, you really took that all the way down to the end. Let's see. It's a wonder some of these up and downs still work. Guess they built machines better in the past. The spent nuclear fuel that Toxanol dumped in the surf had detrimental effects on the marine habitats, while the... I need to But Gizmo says how you experience... Gizmo... He says you should know that what's meant to be will always... Gizmo
Yes, that's the way. No arguing with that.
That is how you...
Seriously.
I'm so proud.
Can't but...
would like to know if you ever doubt the choices you made on the path that... Wonders if you liked working with the Myriad. But... You should return when you've retrieved the scrap. There's no time... Gizmo wants to help. There's short of breath and death to this zone. Better take care. He who half breathes, half lives. That's the leftover you're looking for. So different from the surface down here. You can't wait to get out, can you?